Welcome in on this Wednesday. You're watching First Shift. I'm Angelina Zarnecki. Coming up, Canadian dealers are soaking up the sun in the U.S. But first, your morning headlines. We'll begin with self-driving truck startup Gatik. The company will deliver paper goods to 34 Sam's Club hubs and stores through an agreement with Georgia Pacific and KBX. Service is expected to begin next month in the greater Dallas-Fort Worth area. The trucks will run 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Gatik currently has partnerships with Walmart and Canadian grocery store chain Loblaws. The Biden administration is asking for a probe into alleged worker rights violations at an auto parts plant owned by Stellantis in Mexico. The automaker did not immediately respond to a request for comment. The Texas Hierro de Mexico plant, which employs nearly 1,500 people, has had union disputes dating back to 2014. The U.S. request for Mexico to look into possible rights abuses at the plant comes under the 2020 United States-Mexico-Canada agreement that aims to improve conditions at Mexican workplaces. After 2 years of semiconductor shortages, the auto industry is showing signs of easing, for now. According to an IFO Institute for Economic Research survey, sentiment among German automakers improved significantly in May. Mercedes-Benz, Daimler Truck Holding, and BMW are among automakers now producing at full capacity. Some of the new chip availability stems from the weakening economic outlook and inflation, which has cut into demand for consumer electronics that also use the components. Previously, Volkswagen Group estimated the logjam would begin to ease in the second half of 2022. A VW spokesperson says the automaker is also seeing steady supplies, but underscored that there is still significant uncertainty about the coming months. Several Canadian dealership groups have recently expanded their footprints in the United States. Calgary-based Foundation Automotive added 6 rooftops in Texas this year. East Coast-based Steel Auto Group in February purchased 2 Texas dealerships. And as 2021 drew to a close, Western Canada's Knight Automotive Group bought 2 California dealerships. So what has Canadian dealer groups so interested in U.S. stores? The founder of a consulting group that specializes in auto retail, Aaron Kerrigan of Kerrigan Advisors, says some dealers are simply sun seekers, looking to expand in warm weather states. But that's not the only reason. She says population growth, better acquisition prices, and greater market stability are also sending dealers south of the Canadian border. She adds that there is more risk to the retail model in Canada than there is in the U.S., where there are more robust franchise protections embedded in individual state franchise laws. But not everyone in the buy-sell market thinks this is a new trend. A different Canadian dealership consulting firm is not convinced the recent cross-border deals represent anything outside the status quo. Samir Akavan, managing partner at Toronto's Templeton Marsh, says, "Frankly, I think this is hype." He says more often than not, recent U.S. purchases by Canadian dealership groups have been what he calls a continuation of old activity, as opposed to new buyers pushing into the United States. We thank you so much for watching. Auto News Now comes your way this afternoon. Take care.